Okay, so this time what we'll be doing is for us to know how to solve inequalities. So let's show some examples. So 3x over 4 is less than or equal to 3 over 8. Okay? Since we already have an idea on how to solve equations, we can just actually apply those ideas in inequalities. Okay? So I can multiply both sides by 32 because 8 and 4, or 8 actually, 8 is enough. I can have 8 on both sides because 8 can be divided by 4 and 8. So this becomes 2 times 3x and then 3 times 1 because 8 and 8 is 1. So 6x, 2 times 3x is 6x, less than or equal to 3. Okay, so this step is similar to doing it this way. So 3x less than or equal to 3 over 8. Okay, some people will simply say, oh, I'll just cross multiply. Okay, they do that. So 24x is less than or equal to 3 times 4, which is 12. Okay, and in this case, these two are actually the same. When you divide this by 4, divide this by 4, you get 6x is less than or equal to 3. And then same with equations, we divide by 6. So x must be less than or equal to 3 over 6. What is 3 over 6 in lowest terms? This is not 6 over 3. This is 3 over 6. What is 3 over 6 in simplest form? Reduce. What's 3 over 6? How do you convert it into simplest form? Think of a number that can divide 3 and 6 at the same time. 3. Oh, so what will happen if we use 3? You said, oh, you will use 3. How do we use 3? To simplify 3 over 6.
3 divided by 3.
Which is 1. What about 6?
1 by 6 is 3.
I thought we are using 3.
2.
Oh, 2. So 1/2. So x is less than or equal to 1/2. So I have shown you two different ways. So this is the common way of people doing it. They cross multiply. Mathematically, we're multiplying by the LCM of 4 and 8 to arrive on this. Okay? Whichever you find comfortable, more comfortable, you have to select. There's no right or wrong in terms of looking for the final answer, but there is what we call the more mathematically sound explanation, okay, of it. Now, on the other side, we have to place them in the number line. So how do we place this in the number line? We put 0 to indicate where the 0 is, and then we use the number to indicate where the inequality will be. So 1/2 is a positive number, so it should be placed on the right of 0. So this is 1/2. So in an interval, so write your answer in interval notation and illustrate using the number line. So let's illustrate it on the number line. Less than or equal. So all the numbers less than 1/2, but there is an equal sign, so the circle should be a shaded circle to indicate that 1/2 is part of it. Okay? Now some people use mnemonic like, how can I easily remember that? Although that's not mathematically sound. Some people refer to the less than equal as pointing to the left, so the arrow on the number line should be pointing on the left. Okay? But when you do that, you don't really understand what's happening to the numbers. So the better way is try to understand what's the meaning of less than. All the numbers before 1/2. So less than or equal, so all the numbers less than 1/2 and also 1/2 equal to 1/2. Some books will have this symbol Okay, they close. This is either use parenthesis or this one, right? And then they use it here. Okay, that's the same. Either use a circle. What did you use in your class?
Circle.
The circle one. Okay, and then the arrow. In some books they use this, or if it's not included, they use parenthesis and then they put the arrow. Okay, so again, how do we do it? Apply properties of inequalities. Whatever you do on one side, you do on the other side, until you arrive at the simplest form, and then just plug in. Okay, in an interval notation, this means if you go to the left continuously, it means you're trying to reach negative infinity. There's no number. You cannot identify the number. So you put the open parenthesis, and then to the number 1/2 included, because there's an equal sign. If this is not equal, less than or equal, then this should be a open, okay, symbol, which is the parenthesis. Okay. Okay, more examples. Let's have, actually this one is simpler, is greater than 5. Okay, remember what we did in equations? We add 7. Okay, so 2x, if we add 7, this will be 0, and then we have plus 7, remember? So 2x is greater than 12. So what is x greater than what? Two x is greater than 12, so x must be greater than
1.
How do we eliminate 2? How can we go to x here? Huh? Divide by? Oh, 2. Why are you not dividing 12 by 2? So 6. So x is greater than 6. So in the number line, we indicate 0. Where is 6? On the left or on the right of 0? On the right of 0. And then we put a circle on the 6. Where is the line going to? Left or right?
Right.
Because these are the numbers bigger than 6. Should we shade the circle? Because it didn't say equal to 6. Okay, good. That's how you do it. And then final example. Let's have same with equations. So when you know how to do equations, you should be able to do inequalities as well. Oh, by the way, we almost forgot. What's the interval notation? So from 6 extended to the right means to positive infinity. Infinity are always parentheses, okay? What about 6? Parentheses, right? There's no equal sign, so you don't use this symbol. Okay. Then finally, let's apply properties. 2x, whenever you see parentheses, tendency is you distribute. So 2x minus 10 is less than negative 15. Okay, so 2x is less than negative 15 plus 10. Remember, we add 10 and 10 on both sides. We no longer put the plus 10 on the other side because we already know that it becomes 0. So 2x is less than negative 15 plus 10. Negative.
25.
You're combining negative and positive. What you're saying is negative 15 minus 10. But this is negative 15 plus 10. Negative 5. Divided by 2 and then divided by 2. So x must be less than negative 5 over 2 or negative 2.5. By the way, do you know what will happen if this was a negative 2x? So we divide by negative 2, right? What will happen to our inequality when we use a negative number? It reverses the sign. Did you learn that? from last year? So you reverse the sign. So maybe you're still studying the basic ones. Okay, so you reverse the sign. So here it's a positive, so we don't reverse the sign. So x is less than or equal, less than negative 5 over 2. So we place that in the number line. So what we have will be, so let's create a number line. So 0, where is negative 5 over 2? On the left. And we put a circle and we identify where the arrow should be going. Is it to the left or to the right? To the left. Should we shade the circle? No, because it didn't say equal to negative 5 over 2. So in interval notation, this goes to negative infinity. So this is actually your guide already. To the left, it's negative infinity. Then you stop at negative 5 over 2, but you don't include negative 5 over 2. So this is the interval notation. And this is when you place it on the number line. Okay? Is everything clear? Okay, good.